Hey, that's Jbbrickfanatic here, guys. I've got 76175 Attack on the Spider Lair. This is a 2021 March 1st release set that I bought early from a Meijer store. This is what the back of the box looks like, and let's get on into the build. Inside the box, you get 4 numbered bags, 2 loose parts, 1 sticker sheet, and a pretty thick bound this instruction manual. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get to the final product. And here is the final Spider Lair set. You can see it's actually pretty hefty. Let's take a look at the minifigures of the set. And here is the first minifigure, Spider-Man himself, with brand new for me. I don't know if this is new for, everyone, or if this is the first set that the arm printing came in. I'm unsure, but you can see he's got some nice arm printing to kind of symbolize the webbing on the outside of his clothes. The only thing that's kind of a bummer about it is the color difference. You can see how bad the red looks on it. It just looks a little dark. It's not that bad. I wish it was darker. Maybe if they did 2 stamps of red instead of just 1, or maybe if they did 2, maybe do 3, but you can just see kind of how dark it is compared to the rest of the body. Now the legs are plain blue, which is totally all right with me, and then you've got print all the way around, including the back of his head and the back of the torso. This is probably my best Spider-Man minifigure that I own. I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero, and this minifigure is just a really nice one. Next up, we have Venom. This minifigure, again, I'm unsure if it is new. You'll have to let me know down in the comments. This is my first Venom minifigure, and it's really cool. I think the eyes are really nice with that dark red smile, and you can even see the tongue in there. And then he's got just a standard spider print on the front with his abs, and he's actually got these kind of Venom things like his, the what's it called, the black stuff that he shoots out and grabs. I forget exactly what it's called, but he's got 2 of those connected to his hands. They don't really block anything. And then back printing, which is the same pretty much as the stuff on the front. Cool minifigure. I really like it. Next up, we've got the Iron Spider armor. This is just a really cool minifigure with the gold and the red. I absolutely love it. And then you have, of course, on the back, same thing used for Doc Ock and that sort of stuff. You've got just some attachments on the back for his arms. You could probably use this minifigure if you really wanted to in the end game fight. That would be really, really neat. You can see the gold print kind of shine off the light there. Gold for the eyes as well. Some very subtle printing on the back of the head. And then if you take off the spider legs, you can see there is back printing, which was completely unneeded if you were to leave this assembly on, but you can see it kind of represents the legs that come out of the back just to help him. He does have pearl gold hands, and this is a really, really cool minifigure. Next up, we've probably got my favorite minifigure from the set. This is the ultimate Spider-Man in this black, dark blue, and lime green aesthetic. It is very, very nice. The only printing around back is going to be on the back itself. You can see it's just got that spider sort of look with the legs and, the main body. And this one, it's just so cool. The way everything kind of lines up together, it's just very, very cool. And you can see all the little details that they gave this guy, this minifigure. Just, it's so cool. I mean, just the colors, it's so striking and unexpected for me. I didn't even notice it, honestly, when I bought the set, and when I dumped out the bag, I was like, wow, that's awesome. So, very cool minifigure. I really like it. Very, very, very happy with this minifigure. Next, we've got a Peter Parker minifigure. This is Peter Parker in his sort of regular attire. He's got his vest on that you can see the Spider-Man suit from underneath. And it's kind of cool. He's got a Spider-Man logo on the back. This is a blue vest. I believe this is also a brand new minifigure. He's got the same head piece, or like the hat, that represents his mask that he can pull over from the Far From Home little blister pack. And then he's got regular red legs with some dark red hands. Cool minifigure. It actually gives you a piece for his hair. And then also a piece, just a clear head, so that you can have this guy on display in his hall of armor. He also has an alternate expression that gives him a more scared kind of look. And the last minifigure is going to be Green Goblin. Now, this is probably my second favorite, I think, of the sets. I've been recently watching the 1996 Spider-Man TV show on Disney Plus, and this guy was awesome in the first couple episodes. I really like it. He's got really nice purple and bright green coloring all around the front. You've got crazy, crazy printing all up and down the legs and on the torso. And then even on the back, he's got some buckles and all this stuff. Now, he does have an alternate expression that gives him sort of an angry face. And if you really want to, you can remove the satchel and then just look at the print like so. You can see all the little details on either side here. Very, very cool minifigure. Again, it's one of my favorite of the set, simply because I have a little bit of backstory with the show. And Green Goblin came with a blaster. Since we just finished Green Goblin's minifigure, I might as well show you his little spaceship slash skateboard sort of thingy. This minifigure can sit right on top, and then you've got his little scooter thing that he can blast around with and fly around to terrorize the people and shoot his little bombs. I definitely remember this from the show. Again, I don't know if this is based off of any particular show or series, but I do remember this from the show that I am watching in particular, and it's really cool now just to see this. You can slide this thing up and down, and then you can remove the fire, whether he's blasting off or not. And Spider-Man actually comes with a bunch of these trans clear accessories. It almost looks milky because of the type of plastic that they used, but essentially Spider-Man can grab onto this blast action thing here, and it looks like he is shooting webs out from his hands. And you get a bunch of other pieces like these handcuffs. Maybe I'll put the Ultimate Spider-Man in web handcuffs just like that, and then a bunch of other web pieces you can use to decorate your Spider-Man scene. Here is the lair itself. You can see you actually have spots for the different spider suits to sit, almost like the Hall of Armor from the Iron Man and the Avengers sets, but all the way around, great set. The color scheme, the size of it, I mean, this is a pretty beefy build. Basketball, we'll find out what that's for in a bit, but I think it's really good and worth the money. The play features are really nice, and the stickers are pretty cool as well. Let's take a look at this first section. You can actually see Spider-Man's motorcycle. Now, these are 2 stickers on the sides, and those are pretty easy to put on. You just kind of line it up with this top corner, and it lines up very nicely, and that can sit right in the middle. But removing that, you get access to the Spider-Man Supercomputer, and there's a really cool print on all of these, and I'll show you them up close in detail. But for now, let's just look at everything. You've got his camera for Peter Parker. You actually have a video game which ties into this screen here, and there's a keyboard and a swivel chair. Super cool. To the left and to the right of each of these screens, you can see there's some tools for him to work on his own stuff, because, you know, Peter Parker's a bit of a nerd and a bit of a tinkerer in all things school related. Over here, you actually have a giant dumbbell that kind of just sits in this little thing that you can move up and down. You also have a water bottle for him if he's working out and training, and a little jail that you can put Venom himself in. That's what the instructions tell you to do, is to hide Venom in there to keep him safe. And then you have some grill pieces to represent just that it's kind of a lair. It's maybe underground, and you know, you have to have drainage of some sort. Now, my favorite part is going to be this basketball thing. They give you 2 basketballs in the set, and then this little thing that you can shoot up and down. I actually haven't tried this yet, but if you line it up, you should be able to shoot a basket. Woo! There we go. That was pretty fun to mess around with and play. And then on the other side here, you actually have a skating ramp. Now, this ramp, I assume, can be used by Peter Parker with his orange skateboard to kind of go up and down, maybe do some tricks on. Woo, look at that, skating. Just a lot of fun. I mean, there's so much fun you can have with this set, and play around, drive his motorcycle, and stop it up here. Just the basketball is really cool. That was a bad shot. Now, I mentioned these prints before, and as you can see, this is the Spider-Man video game. It looks exactly like the PS4/PS5 Spider-Man game, and it's really funny. I mean, you even have the map down at the bottom. You've got Spider-Man swinging through, and he's got a high score of, what is that? 170,819 studs. That's probably true Jedi status right there. Up top, terrible photo you're filed from JJJ at Bugle. It's super cool to have his email on here. Terrible photo, even though it looks like a really nice photo of Spider-Man. He probably posed for himself. That's really funny. The second one here, he's got a render for a brand new Spider-Man suit. You can see the arms haven't finished rendering. Up top, you can see the Iron Spider armor. The arm kind of mandibles things that are being changed. And then you've got this little spider drone. You can see the live cam footage of what the drone is seeing. You can see at the top, it actually even says Drone Cam 1. And then down here, and sorry, it's kind of a bad angle with that black behind there, but you can see the other suits, and there even appears to be a couple suits that we don't have yet, such as that one there. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Again, I am a Spider-Man fan, but I'm not a mega nerd. And there's the controller for the game as well. Off to the sides, you've got some spider drones. You got a blue one and a red one on some webs that you can attach pretty much anywhere you want. And then up at the top, you have some big floodlights to light everything up, as well as the Spider-Man logo on a brand new 3x3 round tile. Let me know what you guys think of this set down below. If you enjoyed the review, go ahead and hit the like button. I'd certainly appreciate it. I think this is awesome. Probably one of my favorite Spider-Man sets to date, simply because of the minifigures. I think that's really the selling point on these larger Hall of Armor style sets. The Spider-Man Lair is a great addition to the Spider-Man universe, and this basketball is a lot of fun to play with. I will probably... Ooh, I just dropped that on the floor, but... Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.